I'll get some of them. But the key is to get those 63% or 62, whatever it's at, of people in America who don't want to participate in the system anymore. And that's your problem of everything, Alex, is this laziness, this lack of vigilance. That's what I harp on people with my show. I go, we've got to be vigilant. If we're not vigilant, it's not going to be handed to you.
Are you going to run for president?
I don't know. I'm leaving. I'm going back off the grid. I'm clearing my head up and getting the hell out of here. You know, one thing I'll state this, Alex. The Republicans have taken over the House and the Senate now, right?
Yes.
You know that means science comes to a halt.
Yes.
You know, because now we will be governed on faith instead of science. Because look from 00 to 06 under Bush. They cut science back so bad, no stem cell research, no anything like that. That can see. Remember this about Republicans: they care more about the unborn than they do the people living here.
Well, I think that's, I mean, some of them truly, there is the big fake right-wing church that's basically state-run churches, and the Republicans basically pander to that. But I think some of the issues there were using dead baby tissue when there are alternatives. But I do get your point that Republicans, the establishment Republicans, love to take liberties, love to launch wars, and all the powers Obama has gotten into the presidency now will now be transferred over to a Republican probably. And if it's not a Rand Paul or somebody or a Jesse Ventura, you know, you asked who I would vote for president. And I said, well, Rand Paul, because I've got a sneaking suspicion you're sick of it all and won't run for president. But, you know, at the same time, I do see this massive vote against Obama as a repudiation of the system. I don't think the people actually love the Republicans. I think the voters are desperate for change.
No, I don't see it as that at all because of the voter turnout. What you had when it sinks to 37%, all you had was the white males carrying the election. That's who carried the election, because when you're sinking to 37% is all that voted, then it's very easy for a Republican victory to take place because you're talking about the white male vote, which is the predominant voters.
And why is that it was...
The problem is all these other people who are choosing not to take part in the system. And if they choose not to do that, then they can't change the system. They've got to take part in it. You've got to vote.
Well, it is true that white males were one of the biggest groups. It was also young people. That really freaked the Democrats out. I mean, that's got to be a good sign that young people that are traditionally Democrats, you know, at least went and voted to try to repudiate some of the things Obama's done. I think Obamacare and all the rest of it just made people super angry. But
well, you know, here's how I view it, Alex. I view it this way. In the United States of America, a country like ours, anyone who's sick should have the ability to go to a doctor. How you get to that, I don't know. If we weren't involved in all of these silly, stupid Middle Eastern wars...
Well, I agree.
We could pay for health care 20 times over for everybody. We could fix our infrastructure. We could do things that need to be done in our country to fix it up rather than being involved in these follies in the Middle East that is all a setup. Like Smedley Butler said, war is a racket. And it is a racket. You know, I mean, Brown and Root got $1 billion for dredging Cam Bay in Vietnam. Then they changed their name to Halliburton, and they're still nothing but war profiteers. That's what you've got out there. You've got a society right now. They've created an economy of war, counting the war on drugs, and we have to be at perennial war. So until we change that mindset, we're in trouble. I mean, did you see Alex, did you see the Gallup poll where they polled 66,000 people outside the United States, and I think we were at 23%, Pakistan was at 8%, and China was at 6%, of who people thought if they went to war, who would be the people attacking them. 23%. Nearly 1 out of 4 people around the world said that it will be the United States.
It's simply amazing. No, you're right. And again, no one is against getting poor people health care. Medicare and Medicaid would have already covered everybody. It's that what the government gave us was a giant screw job written to defraud everybody.
And why? And I'll tell you why. Because the insurance companies have the lobbyists, and the insurance companies get involved.
I agree.
Healthcare should not be a for-profit business like it is.
Stay there. We're going to come right back to Governor Ventura. Stay with us.
Newsflash. Home invasions are on the rise. It takes less than 10 seconds to kick in a door. 10 seconds is not enough time to protect your family. And what would happen if you're not home? Easy Armor is the ultimate security solution. 85% of break-ins are through a door. Protect your home now with Easy Armor. Go to InvasionStopper.com to get real security for under $70. That's InvasionStopper.com. Easy Armor. Your security is our only business.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Don't take a cold or flu lying down. Stand up and fight back with Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver is a natural immune system booster that is highly effective against viruses, bacteria, and fungus. Supernatural Silver is perfect for daily use and can be taken orally or used topically to keep you protected from whatever comes your way. This new technology is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver and is supported by extensive research from over 300 clinical studies at universities and independent research facilities across the country. Supernatural Silver has an exceptionally long storage life and should be an essential part of your emergency preparedness. Don't be caught off guard. Give your body the support it needs to fight off deadly pathogens that are lurking everywhere. Stock up on Supernatural Silver and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off. That's supernaturalsilver.com. supernaturalsilver.com.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
I love a dark house. Inside is all the stuff you work so hard for, and I'm gonna rob you blind.
Don't be the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone is inside watching TV and makes your home unappealing to would-be thieves.
Don't these people ever leave?
Starting at $24.95, and there's free shipping. Go to faketv.com or ask for it at your local hardware store. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
Coming at you live.
It's a reliable source of information.
50,000 unstoppable watts.
50,000 unstoppable watts.
Anthrax and radio.
Anthrax!
You know, we still got video on Rob New's computer of Jesse Ventura's birthday. Up there singing, doing a great job. and we never put it online. You know, Jesse, you ought to put another record out. I know you put one out in the 80s or whatever it was. Jesse Ventura is our guest. This isn't just about Governor Jesse Ventura. It's the former Navy SEAL or always been through. It's about demonization campaigns they can do to anybody. He was the underdog. He went to trial. He spent a ton of money. He won the case. The jury saw that it was true that Chris Kyle had never knocked him out, that Jesse hadn't said he was glad that SEALs were dead. That was all meant to defame him, clearly. And now when they want him back on TV or radio, up front, he told me the names, but we're not going to say them on air, just out of nicety, because when somebody tells you something off record, you don't violate it, unless it's something criminal that they're doing. Or people don't tell you stuff in confidence anymore. But they said, hey, Ventura, we want you on. Just don't bring up that you won the court case. Jesse, talk about that, because it's really some inside baseball.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of these media people were throwing dirt on me during the trial, and now after the trial, and my name has been cleared, I won. They don't want to talk about it now, I guess, probably because Chris Kyle's the Navy SEAL war hero. And if they do talk about it, they'll find out that 3 or 4 of his Navy SEAL buddies got up on the stand and basically lied. They tried to perpetrate this story. My attorney tore them apart. Obviously, the jury did not believe them in their attempts to fabricate. I mean, they had the altercation, Alex, in 6 different places.
Well, I knew something was going on when Kyle changed it from he knocked you out in front of the bar to, it was out on the street.
Yeah, well, that was part of it, and then all these witnesses. In fact, let me tell you this. All his Navy SEAL witnesses who were allegedly there, not one of them had a story that matched with any of the others. Now, I can understand why, because that night they had a budget of $1,000 to spend on alcohol. That buys you a lot of booze, I think, doesn't it, Alex?
Yeah, they got drunk.
Well, $1,000 they spent on alcohol. It came out in the courtroom. And I thought to myself, how could these guys remember anything? I haven't drank for years, but $1,000 buys and especially when you're in a place that appeals to you where you're going to get a discount on every keg of beer you buy.
That's right. How many SEALs drank the $1,000 worth?
Well, I don't know. But that's still a lot of alcohol.
No, but I mean, wasn't Kyle the head cashier? Wasn't he the purse? So, I think it was 10 guys, wasn't it?
No, there's no number of how many of them were there. There's no way of really knowing. Plus, there were family members and there were friends. There was all different people there.
Well, here's the deal. I have nothing against
$1,000 just at that bar on booze.
Again, I have nothing against Kyle himself. I'm sorry he's dead, and I just know you and could tell it wasn't true, and it's just really sad that he got talked into that by News Corps, I think.
Well, I don't know how it all began. I'll never know. But like I said, the interesting thing with the media is now all these mainstream media people that were throwing the dirt on me, they now don't want to talk about it, number one, to cover their own asses, because they now will have egg on their face because they had me dead and buried and gone, and now when the truth comes out that and it's not to degrade the military, but just because you can go to war doesn't mean you don't have other faults in your life, and clearly, and these guys were just following what they're trained to do. Because they have a T-shirt, I have one that says admit nothing, deny everything, and make counter accusations. And that's essentially what these guys did on the stand for their buddy. Look at it this way: if you die for someone, would you lie for them?
Well, we certainly know what's going on. I know that when airports and stuff, when you see veterans, especially wounded ones, I've seen you get a tear in your eye and tell them, that's why I'm trying to stop these wars. And I know you care so much about people that are dying, and I've heard you say that so many times on air as well. You wouldn't walk up in a Navy SEAL bar that you just put in a commencement and say, I'm glad SEALs are getting killed?
Well, it's absurd. It's like, what's her name, who's on with Howard Stern, his partner. I can't think of her name right now. She said that to me. She said, well, weren't you out there for a graduation? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, if you felt that way, why would you be out there? And I said, precisely. I was the biggest promoter of the teams in the country. I mean, I have 4 boxes of Navy SEAL T-shirts right now that were admitted into trial. 4 huge boxes. I probably got 75 of them. I have a motorcycle that's got a custom painted. It's tattooed on my body. You know?
And you got the Trident on there. Stay there. I know. It's just it's pure bull.
We're on the march.